Hey, thanks for joining us today for FYI Friday. I'm Jessie. I'm the host. We're still at Joe's Quilting Studio. So today I want to talk to you about something that everybody is talking about and nobody's got a solution for it. It is fabric fraying. Listen, guys, you're not going to change the way that manufacturers, make and dye their fabrics. Fabric fraying has to do with the white goods that they have, their dyeing process, how the fabric is handled. You're not going to make them change. They're not going to go find non-fraying fabric. It is up to us as the quilters and the people who use the fabric to be able to treat it so that way we minimize our irritation. So today I am going to show you how I deal with fabric fraying on my own fabrics. So I brought you some fabric in today, and this is just some Moda fabric right here. And as you can see, it frayed, right? And over time, I can just pull this out. And the more I work with the fabric, the more it does fray. And as a matter of fact, I have got a sample that we had in another video, and you can definitely see how that fabric has frayed over time. And then all of a sudden you get all of these threads that you can see behind your units, and then you're totally distracted by an errant thread or an errant fiber, and your world has ended because of all of that. Let me teach you how I take care of it. So it's no surprise, I've talked about it several times, that I love a product called Terial Magic. Now this is actually a spray-on stabilizer. I use it a lot in my embroidery when I am embroidering jeans and things like that. I love it. It is my favorite. But I also use it in my quilting. I do. So here I have some units that I did make up. Isn't it cute? It's this great Halloween fabric. I love it. But look at the back side. I did press everything open, and I want you to see these units have been worked and worked and worked, but there is a minimal of fraying. I have almost none, and that is because I treated this fabric before I even cut it. So I'm gonna teach you what I do and how I do that today. So I have my Terial Magic, and then I have a Fine Mist spray bottle. I love these things. They're readily available. They've really come down in price. We do sell them here in the store. I got another spray bottle here. So they have little bags in them, right? Which is great. And because that sucks up and sucks out all of the air. And so even when you're spraying at an angle like this, the fluid still comes out. So it's not like the old days when you have the little pump thing and you got to make sure to hold it like this. No, you don't. You can hold it whatever way you want because it sucks it all up. Somebody made mention, like for many years ago, like a Playtex baby bottle. Remember how you used to suck all that air out so your baby didn't, get weird gas? They make better bottles now, but it's still the same theory. So anyways, I take my Terial Magic and I mix it in one of these, and I use about 70 parts water and about 30 parts Terial Magic. So I just mix it together. Now I want you to look here in this bottle how it is started to kind of squeeze up. And I don't think a lot of people know this, but when you're refilling your bottle and that bag does not re-inflate, just open it up like so and go like that. And look, you have reinflated, and look how much more space that I have. Took me a long time to figure that out, right? Now you know about that. Anyways, so you have your water here, and then you're just gonna fill up 30 parts. Right here, I have a mixture already, and I have mine marked Terial Magic at home. And let me just show you how I do this. So when I have my rough fabric, meaning before I have even cut it, or sometimes just after I do my strips, I just do a nice light coat, like so. Let me get off the cord there. And I'm gonna go ahead and press it down. Okay. And the way that this feels, it feels like probably 2 or 3 coats of starch. It really isn't that much. And you can You can adjust the blend. If you like less starch, do a 20-80. If you want more, do a 40-60. But here I have my actual piece of fabric now, and look when I go like this. Way less fraying than I was getting. And when I'm making my units, I obviously do not want to keep applying this, right? Because if you keep applying it, your fabric's going to be stiff like cardboard. But I do like to obviously press when I'm making my units, right? So when I've initially cut my stuff, and then let's say I'm doing half square triangles and I come back, I just come and I give it a little squirt of mist, and that reactivates that Terial magic and allows for a really crisp seam. It is my secret to non-fraying fabric. It is what I really like. You're not going to change the manufacturers. You're not going to change the way fabric now comes to you. All you can do is work within its limitations and find ways to circumvent it. So I really like this product, probably more than any of the other ones on the market. So right now, this bottle is $15. And because I'm diluting it down, it lasts me a long time. So I could probably get a whole gallon of starch alternative out of this little bottle for $14.99, let's say 15 bucks. So I do like spray starch, but the problem with spray starch that I have is it totally browns up the bottom of my iron, and then I start getting debris on my fabric and it starts burning the corners and stuff like that. I love Best Press, but well, Best Press for a gallon is like $40. So for $15.99, I can get the exact starch blend that I want from this because I can kind of do my own ratio that I really like. It's cost effective. I can put it in its own bottle. For me, this makes it the best option. So Alicia wants me to tell you that so far in my experience, I have not seen it shrink and I have not seen it flake. Now, does this mean that you shouldn't do a test on your own stuff? No, totally always test on your own stuff. I know what works on my stuff and I know the fabric that I buy. I don't know what's in your sewing room, so I can't necessarily tell you. So always do a test. Now, I don't think it actually flakes, but if you put like 20 layers of this on something, you might get some flaking because, well, it's science. Layers on top of layers. Science, dude. But so far in my experience, it doesn't make my fabric shrink and it doesn't flake off. It doesn't burn my iron. It's cost effective and I can adjust the blend. Now you know.